So this machine kind of sort of sits out. I usually have it under a tarp. But, anything that's on tracks kind of shake, rattles, and rolls, shall I say. And you can see all the paint chipping. That's kind of another minor issue. I'm not super... that's no big issue to me, but for some people that might be a problem. I already repainted the blade. I'd show that in another video. However, the next problem is, and hopefully you guys can see this. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? And then look at this. Maybe you can see those two rust spots. Boop. And one right there. So they have actually put Bondo on this machine. Look at that. Man, it's like a good 1/4 of an inch thick. And I have no idea why they would do such a thing. I took my knife and I wanted to see how far the Bondo goes. The Bondo goes from the whole way up there and the whole way down to there, just in this little strip. I think the rest of this is okay. I am going to somehow take this all off and not hurt the glass. That's probably easier said than done. However, that's one issue. And then the same thing over here. I took my knife and I just went up and down it and cut it. I'm not sure why they would put Bondo on a brand new machine. That is beyond me. I mean, does it look that bad under there that you have to Bondo it, or is there holes or something? So I'm not sure what I'm going to get into with this. That's just kind of one of the issues. And then they also put some Bondo in here. Here you can see it. Here and here. These I've drilled these holes, but you can see there's Bondo right there. So I think this whole thing is probably Bondoed in the front as well. The yellow paint definitely holds up better than the black paint does. The black paint is not holding up the greatest, and I'm going to probably needle scale the whole top of this thing. I'm not sure what I'm going to get into doing this. This might be more than what I want to do for right now, but just having all that Bondo on there doesn't give me real high expectations for this thing. It's just... Bondo is what you see on that truck and that truck, not on a 2024 Chinese mini excavator. So if the pieces weren't falling off, it wouldn't be such an issue. But they crack. The cab tweaks a little. You're on uneven ground and something shifts or whatever. And I just want all of the Bondo off of this thing, and I'm going to do the roof as well. Just because that's going to rust out. And you can see the rusting's already starting here and here. Not so much here, but man, just look how thick that is. That is some thick Bondo on here. So I'm not sure what I'm going to get into with this, but I just wanted to document the first issue in quality control with the Typhoon 2-ton Prestige 18 or whatever, mini excavator. I have it dressed up in some cat uniforms or cat decals. They always say, dress for the job that you want. Well, I have this machine stickered up for the machine that I want. And really, it still looks like a cat. Most people aren't going to know. They're not going to look at the drive motors and go, oh, Caterpillar doesn't do that. That's a Chinese mini excavator. So it is what it is. I guess you kind of get what you pay for. I'm still happy with this thing. This is just a minor annoyance with me. I still have not worked on the AC. I've been busy doing all sorts of other things. It's summertime around here, and I'm sure you can tell by the buildings. I live on a farm, on a non-working farm. So yeah, that's the plan with the Chinese mini excavator. So I hope everyone enjoyed my video. I apologize for the little hiatus.